9 hikers died mysteriously in the frozen Ural Mountains, their bodies twisted and burned without explanation. Welcome to the Shadows of Truth. Today we uncover the forbidden truth behind the Dyatlov Pass Incident, the Soviet mystery that defied all logic and science. Leave your like and subscribe to the Shadows of Truth and stay awake to what they fear to reveal. In January 1959, 10 Soviet hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked on an expedition to Otorten Mountain, deep in Siberia's frozen wilderness. Led by Igor Dyatlov, they were young, experienced, and well-prepared. On January 28, one hiker fell ill and returned, leaving 9 to continue. They skied through icy forests, carrying diaries and cameras to document their journey. Temperatures dropped below -30 degrees Celsius as they climbed towards Kolit, known by the Mansi as Mountain of the Dead. On February 1st, they pitched their tent on an exposed slope just below the peak. They never returned. When rescuers arrived weeks later, they found the tent half buried in snow. It was cut open from the inside. The hikers' footprints led downslope, barefoot or in socks, into the forest. 2 bodies were found under a cedar tree, nearly naked, their hands burned black. 3 more were scattered between the tree and the tent, frozen in poses that suggested desperate attempts to crawl back uphill. 2 months later, 4 more bodies were discovered buried in a ravine under 4 meters of snow. Some had crushed ribs, shattered skulls, and one was missing her tongue and eyes. The official Soviet report concluded only that they died from an unknown compelling force. Investigators were baffled by the scene. The tent, sliced open from within, still held boots, jackets, and food ready to eat. Why would 9 experienced hikers flee half-dressed into -30 degrees Celsius darkness? Footprints showed no sign of struggle, just orderly steps leading into the trees. Under the cedar, 2 men lay by the remains of a fire, their skin charred. Nearby, branches were broken high above, as if they tried to climb for safety or would. Igor Dyatlov and 2 others were found frozen mid-climb back to the tent. Rustam Slobodin's skull had a hairline fracture. All 3 died of hypothermia. The final 4 bodies told a darker story. Lyudmila Dubinina's eyes and tongue were missing. Thibaut Brignol's skull was crushed. Dubinina and Zolotaryov had broken ribs with internal injuries similar to car crash victims, yet no external wounds matched the damage. Their clothes showed radioactive contamination, and their skin appeared orange with gray hair tints. The Soviet conclusion, unknown compelling force, only deepened the mystery. To this day, no one knows why 9 hikers tore through their tent and fled to die in terror under the eternal silence of the Ural Mountains. Beyond the official reports, strange details emerged from the Dyatlov Pass investigation. Rescuers noticed the hikers' skin had turned a deep orange-brown. Their hair, previously black or blonde, appeared gray with a metallic sheen. The phenomenon was never explained. Some hikers wore pieces of others' clothing, suggesting they desperately took garments off the dead to survive. Yet, despite temperatures of -30 degrees Celsius, none returned to the tent for boots or coats still inside. Investigators also found traces of radiation on Dubinina's and Zolotaryov's clothes. Their families were forbidden from touching their bodies at the funerals, which were held in sealed coffins. Witnesses claimed their corpses emitted an unnatural tan hue and bore an expression of terror. Locals reported glowing orange orbs floating over Kolit during the night of February 1st. Other hikers in nearby expeditions confirmed seeing strange lights in the sky. The Soviet military denied any aircraft activity, fueling rumors of secret weapons tests. Another forbidden fact: the body's injuries had no external wounds matching their internal trauma. Crushed ribs, shattered skulls, and missing organs appeared surgically clean, as if caused by an immense pressure wave rather than blunt force. Autopsy photos and original documents were later removed from archives. The final Soviet conclusion remained intentionally vague, an unknown compelling force. To this day, Russian authorities keep parts of the Dyatlov Pass files classified. The Dyatlov Pass incident occurred at the height of the Cold War, in a restricted military zone near Soviet missile testing facilities. Some researchers believe the hikers fell victim to top-secret weapons experiments. One theory suggests they encountered parachute mines dropped during aerial tests. These devices explode mid-air, releasing a pressure wave strong enough to shatter bones without external damage. The orange glowing orbs reported by nearby witnesses could have been flares or explosions. Another possibility involves infra-sound resonance. Scientists noted the shape of the mountain could create a Kármán vortex street, generating powerful low-frequency sounds. In humans, infrasound induces intense panic, nausea, and irrational behavior, explaining why the hikers fled in terror despite deadly cold. Yet, darker theories suggest KGB involvement. Some speculate that Semyon Zolotaryov, the oldest hiker and a World War II veteran, was a secret agent tasked with photographing covert missile tests. His body had mysterious tattoos never documented before, and his camera disappeared from official evidence. Finally, indigenous Mansi legends warned that Kholat Syakhl was cursed. Shamans forbade trespassing near the mountain, believing it to be a gateway between worlds. Despite decades of theories, the Russian government continues to restrict files related to the Dyatlov Pass. Whether the truth involves military experiments, psychological phenomena, or something far more sinister remains hidden in the silent snows of the Urals. Over decades, the Dyatlov Pass mystery birthed countless theories. Some claim an avalanche forced the hikers out, but evidence showed no collapsed snow on their tent. Others believe they saw top-secret Soviet missile tests, explaining glowing orbs and radioactive clothing. Some point to KGB espionage gone wrong, suggesting Zolotaryov was an undercover agent murdered during a failed operation. Alien abduction remains popular. UFO believers cite the missing eyes and tongue as surgical removals. Cryptid hunters blame a Russian Yeti, inspired by blurred photos found in their cameras showing a dark figure among trees. Finally, Mansi curse theories persist. Locals warned outsiders never to climb Mountain of the Dead. Perhaps, as they say, the hikers angered an ancient spirit, one that ensured no one lived to tell what truly happened on that frozen ridge. Today, Dyatlov Pass draws researchers, hikers, and conspiracy seekers worldwide. In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case, but concluded only that an avalanche caused their deaths. Independent experts rejected this, citing the untouched tent and bodies. Survivor Yuri Yudin, who turned back before the tragedy, spent his life haunted by guilt and unanswered questions. Before his death in 2013, he said, "If I had a chance to ask God one question, it would be, what really happened to my friends that night?" Modern documentaries continue exploring the case, from National Geographic to Russian investigative teams, yet no explanation satisfies all evidence. In 2021, a memorial plaque was placed at their last campsite. Snow still covers the ridge, hiding secrets that Cold War archives refused to release. 9 young lives ended that night, leaving behind only silence, footprints, and an eternal question carved into the frozen Urals. 9 skilled hikers, stripped of warmth and sanity, ran into the freezing darkness, fleeing something no one could name. Some died frozen, others bore injuries no natural force can explain. Their tent, cut from the inside, stands as a silent witness. What was this force? A weapon? A secret experiment? Or something beyond human understanding? The mountains keep their secrets, locked in snow and silence, leaving us to wonder if the truth is too dangerous to uncover. If silence is protection, then who are they protecting us from? The frozen Urals guard a secret that challenges reason and science. The truth behind Dyatlov Pass may never see the light, buried beneath layers of snow and conspiracy. But one thing remains: 9 lives were lost to a shadow that still haunts the night. Are we ready to face what lies hidden in the darkness? Or is some knowledge meant to remain forever buried? What do you think really happened on Dyatlov Pass? Share your theory in the comments below. Subscribe to the Shadows of Truth for more dark mysteries and hidden knowledge. Like this video if you want the truth to be uncovered, and hit the bell so you never miss what they don't want you to see. Stay curious, stay awake.